Now on BBC Radio 4, The Rain and the Pain, the Trevor Bird story.
We heard from him every day for 60 years, a distinctive persona guiding the British public for 6 decades, a beacon of light showing the way for 40 years less than a century, a guardian over us for 10 plus 10 plus 10 plus 10 plus 10 plus 10 years. In this programme we will be taking a look at his career and his life, including the sex, the scandals and the pointing at the maps. He entered the world on the 17th of September 1925 at the family home in East London. He showed himself to be a joker from the start by hiding in the womb for a further 4 days after his birth. He didn't have an easy upbringing though, as his childhood friend Charles Maccabee exploded. He didn't have an easy upbringing though, as his childhood friend Charles Maccabee explains.
He often used to tell us the story of how his dad died. He used to say about how he was a weather spy in the 1920s, and it was his job to go over to Spain or wherever and see what the weather was like, and then get back here as quick as possible to tell us if rain was on the way. One day the Spanish authorities saw him looking at the sky, knew what he was up to and shot him. He died with a piece of paper in his hand that just said, "Sonny." Later on we found out that he was actually in prison for stealing 20,000 bootlaces.
After the break, we talked to the alleged lover of Trevor Bird.
His cock was huge. It was the envy of many and the pleasure of many.
When America started running out of soldiers in Iraq, only one dysfunctional family could save the day.
Reese, we're in the middle of the desert.
We're here!
Whose stupid idea was it to come here anyway?
We don't belong here. This place is full of freaks, weirdos.
I told you everything was gonna be alright.
Ow! Ow!
Damn it!
Get in the van, Reese. We're going home.
You gotta help me!
Now for crying out loud, just torch the bastard and we're out of here.
Malcolm in the Middle East, coming soon. Welcome back to The Rain and the Pain, the Trevor Bird story. Once he began working for the BBC, he went from strength to strength, making the change from radio to television in 1953. His first television forecast, however, did not go as smoothly as his radio debut. A technical fault with one of the camera's contrast switches caused Trevor to appear black, and millions of outraged viewers turned off instantly. Of course, these days opinions have changed dramatically, and no one would think twice about a black weatherman. But imagine how weird a Chinese one would be. By 1969, he was an A-list celebrity and a leading figure in his field. He became restless and bored with the mundane structure of the reports, so he took the revolutionary step of presenting the weather through song. Here he is with one of his very first musical reports. If you like the weather, let me explain. I get it from me weather vane. You will not find this weather in Spain. Yes, you've guessed, it's going to rain. Oh! Rain! It's gonna rain.
Thank you, Trevor Bird. And our main story tonight. 3 more Catholic girls have been raped in the London area. The police have issued a plea to anyone who may have seen anything suspicious. Suspicious! Shut up, Trevor!
Initially, it was a success, but after singing the weather every day for 3 years, he began to struggle, both musically and with the rhyming of the words. Here he is in 1972. There might be a hurricane if you're having an Indian. I have my curry plane.
What's this got to do with the weather?
Curry plane. But worse was still to come. By 1973, his mental health had deteriorated to the point where his reports sounded like this. You want to know what the weather is, but I shall not tell you. I hold the power of the weatherman.
You're fired, Trevor.
Say you're fired, Trevor. No, I'm not. I'll stay here forever. 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 That was the point at which Trevor was fired live on air. Despite his frail mental condition, he seemed to be on the road to recovery when he was offered a job as a news reporter on ITV. Problems began early on though, because he simply couldn't let go of the weather. Hi Jeff, yes, there have been 3 more attacks launched by the IRA today, which have left hundreds of people injured and 17 dead. And to be honest, I can't think of a worse day for it. This low-hanging cloud, very murky looking, with a lot of drizzle throughout the day, with a definite chill in the air. Most people really would have been better off staying inside.
Yeah, but where have the IRA bombers come from?
I don't know about the bombers, Jeff, but the rains come from the south of France. But this sort of reporting couldn't go on forever, and after a year of this, he was finally switched to his rightful department and could once again call himself a weatherman. What followed was what is usually referred to as his golden era, 21 years of the best weather reporting ever seen. But this was all too good to be true for Trevor, and on April the 25th, 1995, the storm clouds broke. He was caught having sex with a man in public. Here, his son gives his honest opinion on his father.
His cock was huge. It was the envy of many and
Obviously that was the wrong clip. I apologise on behalf of the BBC. Here is the correct clip.
The shock was huge. No one had any idea, really. It completely destroyed the family. But the press had a field day. Mum kept all the headlines. I've got some clippings here with me. I mean, weatherman beds a man. Bird's a turd burglar. TV's Trevin shotcock shame. I mean, no son wants to hear that. Their dad's got a juicy cock. But things got even worse once they realised the act was in a prehistoric museum. The papers assumed he became aroused by dinosaurs. So we've got ones like these. Woolly mammoth. Bonosaurus sex. The cock nest monster. I mean, the Loch Ness monster isn't even a dinosaur. I mean, it's a mythical creature.
Despite this, ITV chose to keep him on. Unfortunately, very few viewers did, because they simply couldn't look at his pointing finger without imagining it up another man's rectum. This kind of behaviour seems miles away from what he was like in his younger days, as childhood friend Charles Maccabee reveals. What was he like as a friend?
Funny, very funny. Always had us laughing. Plays a lot of tricks on us. I mean, I remember once when he came running up to a group of us and said, "Quick, I've seen a low altitude cirrus cloud over here." And so we raced after him, and of course it turned out that it was really a cumulonimbus cloud that had flattened out slightly. And we felt so embarrassed, we just creased up laughing.
So was he quite outgoing then?
Sometimes, but one thing I will always remember about him from when we were younger was whenever it snowed, he would always put the snow down his trousers and sometimes up his bum. One day he even got me doing it. He always had a smile on his face as he did this, which I thought showed that he was always happiest when he was with weather.
Over the next few years, he gained acceptance from his family and crept back into the nation's hearts in the most unlikely fashion. He returned to his former love of music by writing and singing the extremely popular Zoom Zoom song for the Mazda adverts. Trevor's untimely death, as we all know, came shortly after this success. In 2004, he went to Thailand for his first ever holiday. Due to the fact that he was off duty, he failed to predict the tsunami. But as his family and hundreds of others ran for their lives from the monster wave, he remained a professional to the end, and apparently stayed behind, reporting the event to an imaginary camera, as the 50-foot wave swept him away to his death. Here is an amateur clip from a Japanese onlooker. I'm Trevor Bird, and I'm here in Thailand, and there's a minute to small wave behind me. Actually, small to medium to large. In fact, there's an unbelievably high wave coming towards me. I've really misjudged the situation here. 7 Celsius. The wave is not stopping. If you like the weather, let me explain.